Welcome to This Week in Crowder College, an in-depth look into how Crowder College students, faculty, and staff are working together so students soar to new heights, communities are impacted, and lives are changed. This Week in Crowder College is sponsored by the law offices of Wood and Peterson in Neosho, specializing in workers' compensation, personal injury, Social Security disability, and more. Learn more online at neoshoattorney.com. Now here's this week's edition of This Week in Crowder College.
Hey there, Four States. This is Luke Taylor, and welcome to another edition of This Week in Crowder College. Today we're speaking with Kenny Newman, and he's the Campus Life Director over there at Crowder, and we're excited to get an update from him today. And so, hey, Kenny, thanks for joining with us.
Hey, no problem. Thanks for having me. Excited to be here.
Yeah, well, what kind of things are going on over there in the Campus Life Department?
Yeah, so right now we're kind of just getting everything prepped for move-in. Our students come back on the 16th of August. We have some athletes coming back before then. I believe soccer comes back the very end of June or July, and then cross-country the first week of August. So we got athletes moving back soon, so we're excited to have students back on campus. Like I said, our general student move-in is August 16th, and then that'll take us right into welcome weeks. For welcome weeks, we start with obviously moving on the 16th, and then that night we'll do a grill out like mixer with games with Project Now, which is one of our campus partners. And then that night they can go to the rodeo. The students at Crowder can get into the rodeo here in town for free. And then that's the same thing for Saturday night for them. As long as they show their student ID, they'll be able to get into these rodeos for free. Saturday the 17th, we like to do our Make a Splash event. And we'll bring in some water stuff. So we usually bring in like some inflatables with water. We have giant slip and slide, water guns, water balloons. Just something to get them out of their room on that Saturday to have some fun. And, you know, since it's August with the heat, we like to do a water event. Then if you roll into that next week of the 19th there, just all week long we have stuff going on. So at Crowder we have something called The Gap, which is 12 to 1:15 every day where there's no classes. So during those gap times, we try to fill them up with stuff for students to do this first week. So on Monday, we'll do a selfie station, and then we're still looking for an event for that Monday morning to kind of get people going. And then on Tuesday, it'll be Pizza Palooza in the Gap. And then Tuesday night, we'll do an event. So we'll probably do bingo Tuesday night. And then on Wednesday, the Baptist Student Union serves lunch every Wednesday for the students free of charge. So they'll do that in the Gap, and then we'll have root beer floats with Project Now again. And then Wednesday night, we'll do karaoke. And then Thursday during that move-in week on the 22nd, it'll be games in the Gap with Project Now. So a good little start for them. And then that following week, we have the same thing, just more events in the Gap. But the big event that next week is on the 28th, and that's our Club Rush, where we get local partners and different community members and different clubs here on campus. They all come together and we put them in one spot, feed the kids lunch, and then kind of have them go through and they can see what all the things that Crowder has to offer and all the things that like the community of Neosho and some of the surrounding areas have to offer.
Well, it sounds like the Campus Life Department really just goes all out to try to make that first week of school as memorable as possible. Yeah,
absolutely. It's studies have shown the first 2 weeks are really important for retention. So, getting students out of their dorm rooms and not letting them sit there and feel like they're alone, because a lot of them are for the first time ever leaving their home, leaving that comfort zone, leaving those friends. So it's really important for us and a big part of our job to get them out of their comfort zone, to get them out of their dorms and, in a way, force them to meet people, force them to make friends, force them to find people that like the same things that they like to make their college experience better and, hopefully retain them and help them ultimately get their degree and move on.
Yeah, right. And I think that is so important because, of course, we're all primarily there to get the degree. But then everyone always talks about the relationships that they built in college and the people that they met. And they take a lot of those friendships with them through the rest of their lives. And so your department really helps to facilitate those kind of interactions.
Yes, sir. A big part of the job.
Yeah, well, so we've been speaking today with Kenny Newman. He's the Campus Life Director for over there at Crowder College, and they got a great big first week planned for the students, and they're already getting busy now. It sounds like just preparing for all of that stuff, and of course you all do further events throughout the semester, but to keep students engaged and to make sure they're having a little bit of fun between classes.
Yeah, absolutely. So every Tuesday night we do an event. and that could range from bingo to karaoke to a drive-in movie. I mean, it really anything, whatever the students want. We really take pride in being able to be connected with the students, listen to them, and take their feedback and give them what they want to do. And then we're also going to implement some intramurals this year. We test drove it last year a little bit, and it was wildly successful. So we're going to try to pick a night this year and do some intramurals as well. So we're excited about that.
Campus Life Department, just another one of those things that makes Crowder a great place to be, a fun place to be. And again, we've been speaking today with Kenny Newman. And so, hey, Kenny, thanks for your time to update us on what's going on.
Hey, no problem. Thanks for having me, man. Go Rough Riders.
Thank you for listening to This Week in Crowder College. This Week in Crowder College is sponsored by the law offices of Wood and Peterson in Neosho. You can listen to this broadcast again by going online to kneo.org or to crowder.edu. Tune in once again next week for another edition of This Week in Crowder College on KNEO 91.7 FM.